February 28, 2026, America and Israel launched a coordinated strike on Iran. 11 weeks later, the war isn't over. Right now, there's a ceasefire, but every single day, both sides are making statements that make it feel like the next attack could happen anytime. So the real question is war actually imminent? Or is this all just pressure for negotiation? Today, I'll break it down for you. We'll look at what the US and Iran actually want and why they're both talking about war right now. It started on February 28th. Just after 2 a.m., US and Israeli stealth fighters dropped bunker-buster bombs on Iran's Natanz and Fordo nuclear sites. Iran says its nuclear program is only for energy and medical research. America and the IAEA say Iran was enriching uranium to 60%, dangerously close to weapons grade. Iran retaliated within 48 hours. More than 200 ballistic missiles hit Israel. Tel Aviv and Haifa took heavy damage. At the same time, Iran targeted US military bases in Iraq, Syria, and Qatar. The biggest economic hit was in the Gulf. Iran launched drone attacks on Saudi and UAE oil facilities. Within a week, crude oil spiked to $140 per barrel. The war lasted 11 weeks. On April 8th, Pakistan used back-channel diplomacy to bring both sides to the table and broker a temporary ceasefire. But this ceasefire is hanging by a thread. On May 16th, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said in New Delhi, "U.S. contradictory messages have made us doubtful. We don't know if Washington actually wants a deal or not." Trump called Iran's latest proposal garbage while speaking on Air Force One. His demand is clear. Iran must remove all highly enriched uranium and give the IAEA full access. So yes, there's a ceasefire, but there's no deal. And when there's no deal, people start talking about war again. Now let's talk strategy. Wars don't happen just because of anger. Every country has a clear objective. The US has two goals. Number one, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. That's the red line. Number two, the Strait of Hormuz must stay open at all costs. This strait is the world's lifeline. 17 million barrels of oil pass through it every single day. That's 20% of global supply. If it closes, oil will cross $200 per barrel. Inflation in America, Europe, China, India, everywhere will spike again. That's why during his China visit on May 14th, Trump got Xi Jinping to agree. Both issued a joint statement saying Hormuz must remain open. So what leverage does Iran have? Just this strait. Iran still controls which ships get through and which don't. Iran's message is simple. Remove your naval blockade first, then we'll open Hormuz. The US put that blockade in place to cut Iran's oil exports to zero. Pentagon estimates say it's costing Iran $500 million every single day. This is a classic game of chicken. Both sides are driving straight at each other at full speed. Whoever breaks first looks politically weak. That's why both keep saying on camera, "We are fully prepared for war." The goal is to scare the other side into backing down first. So is war actually imminent next week? Militarily, yes. Both sides are ready. On May 16th, the New York Times reported that the Pentagon has full plans ready for Operation Epic Fury 2.0. If Trump gives the order, the US can strike again within 72 hours. But there are two big roadblocks stopping war right now. First, military stalemate. Iran rebuilt 30 out of 33 missile sites that were destroyed in February. That means Iran can still retaliate. If the US strikes again, Iran will hit Israel and the Gulf again. Second, domestic politics. The US has midterm elections in November 2026. Right now, 62% of Americans are against another war. Trump himself said, "I'd be fine with a 20-year suspension. Just make sure Iran doesn't get a bomb." He doesn't want a full-scale war. He wants a deal he can sell as a win. Iran is exhausted too. Tehran's municipal government says 1,260 people died, 2,800 were injured, and 51,000 homes were damaged. Their economy is already on the edge of collapse. So, here's my take. You might see small strikes in the next 7 days, but a full-scale war is unlikely right now. Both sides are bluffing. Neither wants to fire the first shot. Now, here's the new factor. China. Iran publicly asked China to mediate. Why? Because Iran knows direct talks with the US won't work. Trust is zero. China has the economic and diplomatic power to talk to both sides. At the BRICS summit in New Delhi on May 14th, Iran's foreign minister said, "We welcome any help from China. If China speaks in the middle, a deal is possible." Trump said the same thing during his China visit. He said China agrees Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. But here's the twist. China is about to veto the US resolution in the UN Security Council. The US wants the UN to declare Hormuz international waters. China says the timing is wrong and it will escalate things. So China is supporting Iran on one side and telling the US not to go to war on the other. If China succeeds, a deal is possible. If China fails, the chances of war go up fast. If you want to know in real time whether war will happen, watch these 3 things. Number 1, the Strait of Hormuz. This is the red line. If Iran stops a commercial ship again, the US will have to respond. Number 2, China's mediation. If China sets up a direct meeting between Washington and Tehran, the chances of a deal go up by 40%. If China says it's not working, the chances of war jump to 70%. Number 3, the trust deficit. Trump's statements change every 48 hours. One day he says a deal will happen. The next day he says they're ready to decimate Iran. As long as this contradiction exists, the risk of war stays high. So what's the final answer? Is war imminent? No, not right now, but the next 7 days are critical. Why? Because both sides are running out of time. The US has elections coming. Trump needs a foreign policy win. Iran's economy is breaking. They need sanctions relief. That's why both are bluffing. Both are saying they're ready, so the other side backs down first. This isn't just a war of missiles. It's a war of economics, a war of oil, a war of trust. And until Iran and the US realize that both are losing, this stalemate will continue. One small mistake, one miscalculation, and it all starts again. That's why the world is holding its breath right now. So what do you think? Will Trump strike next week, or will China broker a deal? Let me know in the comments. If this helped you understand the situation, hit like. See you in the next one.